As you can't see this, but my background fell down on me. Zach, you're I'm not gonna redo this. As Rebecca Black said, it's Friday, gonna get down on Friday. So today I'm bringing you a little bit of sneak peek into the data analysis work that I did on LinkedIn posters to be able to find LinkedIn influencers and who's talking in my space so that I can figure out who to reach out to and talk to about some of the stuff that I do. But I'm going to give you a little hack today because, like, Jordan, what do I say to my prospects? I don't know what to sell to them. I'm new. I'm going to show you a little hack today about how to figure out what to say to your buyer if you don't know what to say. All right, let's dive in. So, quick thing is this is the data that I put together. 70,000 unique people here with their follower count. Are they talking about growth, sales, or data? What is their, are they talking about outbound sales? They talk about job postings or jobs to be done. So people can, so I can identify if people are, they care about the signal that I care about, which is jobs data. So we're going to analyze that later. That's not for today. Today we're going to ChatGPT. Also, you should know I have two of my own GPTs that you can use. Jordan GPT, which will give you all of my good insights. Servicebell.com, my friend Evan works for. Great company. Great company, the greatest. Okay, I won't do that. And then Blueprint Intent, which will help you query my own data. But today we're not going to do that. We are going to say, we're going to use my favorite little free tool, Super Whisper. I want you to tell me the things that a VP of growth at a B2B SaaS company would care about in the first 90 days. Specifically focus on what public data might be useful and interesting to them given their first 30, 60, 90 days. What would they care about that if I could bring and summarize public data to them that would be absolutely useful and valuable to them? And tell me where that exists on the public web and what pages or information I would go scrape and make sense of and summarize to them. So basically, all I want to do is figure out what's the information that I can pull from one place and provide useful, specific information with a large language model that this person doesn't have. This makes a lot of sense. Competitive landscape, right? So one of the plays that I love to run is to look at all of your competitors, summarize their G2 reviews into pros and cons. Segmentation needs, regulatory environment, that's really interesting. So product market fit feedback, great, Capterra G2. Pricing strategies, that's something that you can absolutely do. So you can use Clay and go scrape the competitors' pricing and say, here's how your competitors are pricing. Sales and marketing channel performance. I can also go get similar web data and say, here's how your competitors are performing on similar web in terms of their traffic. Technology innovations and trends. We have just launched a Technographics API that's in public beta right now. So I can say, here are the technologies and tools that your competitors are using, and also here are the technologies and tools that your customers are using. And we can summarize customers by taking their case studies. CAC and LTV, the benchmarks are really cool, right? I could pull that from HubSpot. Operational efficiency, this is really interesting. So basically, if you don't know exactly what to say, you can figure out what your persona would care about, take that data, summarize it for them, and actually send them some useful market research data. Don't talk at all about your product or service. If people see you as a valuable person, they will buy from you. I do this all the time. I run a play to unemployed revenue leaders. I go find their personal emails, and I say, have access to my jobs data for free. And you know what? Eventually, I've got nothing to sell them, but eventually they'll take a job and they'll be like, hey, who's that guy that helped me out? Jordan's that guy that helped me out. So by being a useful resource and structuring the web to provide useful value to your prospects, independent of your product, you can use cold email as a totally different channel. It doesn't have to convert right away. If you delay the sale, you can get a lot of value for your buyers. This is an Naval quote, play long-term games with long-term people. If you are a long-term person and you show your buyers that you're a long-term person, people want to buy from those types of people. And you can do that programmatically with ChatGPT and Clay. So check out Blueprint Jordan GPT, which will give you a bunch of ideas, define your ICP for you, give you ideas about data providers, give you ideas about campaigns, how to use AI. It'll critique ideas as a skeptical buyer. And Blueprint Intent will help you figure out which titles you should target, what they're talking about in their job descriptions, and it will give you a search query to identify who is talking about their problems inside of their most recent job descriptions using Blueprint Intent. Have a wonderful Friday, January 19th. So grateful for you. Thanks for watching my content. Later. And I'm in the top corner. Hey, nobody puts baby in a corner. Later.